direct demonstration of political mobilization and participation on behalf of students of Florida A&M University. We have received a lot of oppressive policies from the government through the form of voting disenfranchisement, through the form of not funding schools proportionately. And today the students have physically stood up together to voice their disconcern with Governor Scott and his policies and his method for making these policies. We feel that it is his responsibility to listen directly to the students and to the people before he goes and makes a decision on our behalf, however he does it. So we're here today to make sure our students are heard, of making sure they have a voice, of making sure they're registered to vote, because in the society that we live in, the only way to be heard is to vote and to register to vote. If you want to have a voice, they won't listen if it doesn't come in the form of a check on a ballot. So we're here to make sure all of our students are registered to increase our voting block so that the governor knows that Florida A&M University is a voting block to be dealt with and to be courted.
The Arab Springs is now also having an effect on students here, our younger generation. We're saying, hey, look, we can use Twitter, we can use Facebook to just, instead of making new friends, now we can, start pushing for social change in our communities. And what we're doing now is that we're showing that not only does our vote count, but we're going to start showing that our dollar counts too. We're going to start taking our dollars back. Okay. What's happening is that big banks, especially, they're redlining. They're taking red markers and on maps, they're drawing out the districts that they're not going to give loans to. Mm-hmm. So if you look around, like even FAMU, you see our communities are going to trash because why? They've been in the house in these communities on Orange Avenue for 20, 30 years, raising their kids and seeing their kids go on to college, but they can't get loans to refinance their house. So, but everyone's been investing.
Or put equity in it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what happens is now, my house, if I'm living in one of these homes, I can't get a loan from the bank that I've been banking with for 10, 20 years.
It's made
They made a lot of money on interest. They took my money and just loaned it out to other people and made, probably sold a lot of that debt to, overseas. And, and they're playing political football, on the backs of the people. There's the African proverb that says that when the elephants fight, the grass suffers. And we're the grass, and I think our generation's about fed up with this.
So that decentralization, how does it go? Does it go to community banks? Does it go to credit unions? Yeah.
We're going to be going to community development financial institutions,
cool.
CDFIs.
Cool. Okay.
We've already identified 3 banks here in Tallahassee, and one bank where we can. Those who have savings accounts in those banks, they become shareholders in that bank.
Wow.
And these same banks who have commitments to community revitalization projects, to investing in a lot of businesses in these low-income areas. I mean, we have a growing retirement population that's expanding, and
baby boomers.
A lot of these guys they need health care, and they need the medicines, and there's a lot of small businesses that are trying to start up to kind of address some of these issues, and they can't get a loan, for God knows why. Mm-hmm. But these same communities, they're investing their money in these banks, and they're sending the money elsewhere. So what we're going to start doing is divesting our money. There's going to be students at Wells Fargo, students at Bank of America, especially with Bank of America now charging ridiculous fees. Mm-hmm. I think that these big companies, they got their heads in the clouds, and they're forgetting the people who are here, who's,
the plutonomy.
Right. So we're going to start divesting, start taking our money back and showing the impact.